Yo, I'm eating some good food, some good gas station food. It's very bad for me. I want to say something else because Kyle Kalinske is talking about um, Mamdani's victory, and he's saying how people need a good story and all that. He's talking about how Trump tells a good story about heroes and villains and stuff, and Trump's story of a villain is the immigrant. That's really the Republican story, but Trump parrots it in a very believable and heroic and um, what is the word for like the Iliad? The old metric, well, epic kind of way, and does it over and over again. He say the hero villain kind of way, protagonist antagonist kind of way, and he says Democrats do the same thing, and they have is that here's some crap outside. It's probably the guy trimming the hedges. Um, Democrats have the correct villain, which is the billionaires and stuff. And I think Kyle has it kind of wrong. It's right, but it's also wrong in that billionaires are the villains, but they don't have to be. This is a lot like the Gilded Age, the time we're in now. The thing is that FDR, the hero of that time. See, he didn't slay the dragon. He convinced the dragon to be an ally. And that is, of course, the best route. Because if you fight against, you constantly are fighting against the billionaires and the billionaire class, then it's a fight. And you have all sorts of, any war has casualties that are kind of unnecessary. And the war draws itself out, and it just takes longer and longer, and there's fighting and blah, blah, blah. But if you can convince, and I'm stepping out of the metaphor now, if you can convince the billionaires to work with you and essentially say, all right, you are 80, 90, 95% correct. We had a good run. Actually, we had a outlandishly fantastic run. What do you want to do? Essentially convince the billionaires that the jig is up. Because right now, the jig is up. They really have two choices at this point. Adapt or die. Because the end is very, very close. You're going to die. Your way of life is going to end. And end bad. In a very bad way. Very, very, very bad way. And they need to realize that and realize it quick. But there is another option. They can not have their way of life end. They can have their way of life take an uptick, a very surprisingly good uptick. Something they probably didn't suspect was even possible if they're willing to have just a speck of vision. So, what do you want to do? It's really all in. It's really all in these guys' hands. 100 families or so have an immense amount of wealth, Western wealth, and a bunch of families in a bunch of foreign families, Chinese, Indian, African, Arabian, blah 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 blah, have a bunch of wealth ready and just sitting there in a big, 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 big pile, waiting to be invested. Just sitting there doing nothing. America has America and probably a lot of Europe, definitely a lot of Africa has a huge growth potential, and myself and a lot of other people are waiting for interesting opportunities. We just need the proper incentive. Proper incentive is, tripling of income at minimum. Amongst many other things. Many other things. But to do that will require, some knee bending and other caveats. So that's just some thoughts of mine. Let me see what else he says. Maybe I'll have something else to add. Hold on. Take a break. Okay, so there wasn't anything else, apparently. Kneecap, tax, and yeah, boobs.